Just to, okay. All right, all right. We in here. We're gonna just transfer this thing over, y'all. We had a couple of complications, but it ain't gonna stop. No, we on Facebook too. Unfortunately, y'all, we are on my platform today. The Tit4Tat page wouldn't work out, but it's okay because we still live, and y'all know we'll transfer it over in a minute. Welcome to another episode of Tit4Tat. I'm gonna allow us to go in and drop the intro. However, before we do that, I just wanna what a little clapping button at. We got Grandè Beauty up in here. Put the clapping button on. Put some applause. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got a queen that done walked through the door, y'all, and I'm super excited. I'm finna put my shades on. Y'all know I get shaded and I like get all the tea when I put my shades on. So you got anything to say her before we drop that new intro? Cause we got a new intro here today. Hey,
2025, we live.
drop that intro for me.
Y'all know what time it is, man. It's Tit4Tat. Yeah. Hey, Freddie Ray, turn on Miss Tureka, let's get it. It's time to tune into Tit4Tat. You know, Tit4Tat. You know,
We also got the boy. Everybody know her, and we
Hey, we put on for the city. Everybody rockin' with us. We the hottest thing around. We the biggest on. It's Tit4Tat. You know, Tit4Tat. You know, Tit4Tat. They know, Tit4Tat. Yeah. Hey, we put on for the city. Everybody rockin' with us. We the hottest thing around. We the biggest on. It's time to tune in for Tit4Tat.
All right, y'all. Big shout out to Darius. Darius dropped our intro for us. This is something new. We told y'all in 2025 we were coming bigger and better, and we decided to come with one of the best in Columbus, Georgia. So you was definitely picked to be the first. You our first person to be in here since we got back in. We're gonna go in. I like to introduce people, but I like to get it because you wear so many hats. I found a lot of hats, so I don't want to miss nothing now. Tell these people who Grandè Beauty is.
Oh man, Grandè is a poet. I'm a mommy. I like to say I'm a sister. I'm a lover
Mm-hmm.
to the deserving,
Okay.
and I'm an actress. I'm a host. I advocate for women. I'm a realist. I'm a lot of things.
I told y'all she wore a lot of hats. I came for the best this year. I was being petty when I said since Harris didn't win, I said we were bringing them but powerful women up in here.
Okay,
Just a reminder, just 'cause Trump won, that don't mean the power still ain't over here, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, Hurt. I ain't gonna use up all the talk this show. You know, I got a woman up in here. I got 1,001 questions. We're gonna dive right in.
Well, your name definitely defines who you are, but how did you come up with it?
Wow. I came up with my name, I think it was like 2004. Um, and I was just going through things that fit me, of course.
It does.
And the crazy thing was it started off as a group. And I was gonna have a group called Grandè Beauties, meaning larger size magnificent, a group of plus size women. And I kind of did it, but it didn't fall like I needed it to later on. But I called them, they were called something else. But anyway, I think it was in Miss Beauties or something like that. But I was like, well, I just started calling myself Grandè Beauty. And so this was 2004. Poetry wasn't really even, I was writing poetry, but doing poetry the way I'm doing it now wasn't even. And I was like, I'm starting calling myself Grandè Beauty. And the funny thing was, I even started signing it like how I would sign Grandè Beauty and everything, like in 2004.
Okay. Okay. So you got it. You thought you was gonna share it, but it was actually for you.
It was for me.
I love that. I love that. How do you say you brought the plus side in? Because when I said, "Ooh, this shot is fine." How are you able to stay so well put together all the time?
Girl, this when y'all see me,
baby.
But I'm not all the time. But my mom raised me like this.
Mhm.
You know, my mom was a small woman. She gained weight later on, but it's just a generation thing with my family. Like, you gonna go out of here, you gonna look good, pull your shirt down. So when you see me tugging and doing, that's my mama. Because she pull this, pull that. So I'm always, even my little sisters do it. We always just conscious because she was always pull your shirt down, this, that. So it's just me.
Mama put it in
The
you.
whole family fine. I'm telling you, like every woman in their family fine.
I ain't even gonna lie to that. And every time I see one of them pictures, I said that girl is thick and sexy. So I definitely big shout out to you for allowing plus size women to feel comfortable in their body.
Yeah.
Because that to me, that's what you did for me. When I saw all of this, I was like, I ain't never seen this dress. Where you shop at? I ain't gonna get all of your
I
business.
shop everywhere. I tell people if I like it, I'm gonna buy it. I don't care if it's Shein. I don't care if it's Walmart. If I see a dress somebody in Africa then made, I want that. So I shop everywhere. And sometimes when people ask me where I get stuff from, I be like Shein, or I be like, oh, I saw this at Walmart, and they be like, oh, for real? It's just really all in picking. You know, because you make the clothes.
You're right.
You make the clothes. So
You're right.
You get it from Goodwill anywhere.
The personality itself, the person, we like to go from the past to the present and see where we going at in the future. Yeah. So I want to go in and just kind of dive into where you was before you jumped into the poetry. How did we get started?
Well, I started poetry when I was 8. I started writing. Because, in school, they taught us heavy about, similes and, all that stuff. And we Dr. Seuss. So I couldn't express myself because, of course, I came from a family of women that were powerful. So that's kind of where I am. So I couldn't express my feelings to them. And, old generation, you can't say what you want to say. You can't express yourself if you hurt. So I just started writing and I would make it rhyme. And that's how it came. And I was like, and I didn't realize until later on it was poetry. So then when I got Poetic Justice came out. So I was addicted to that. And I'm like, oh my God, that's me. I'm Justice. And of course, Maya Angelou. And then when I got in 9th grade, I was introduced to Phenomenal Woman. So then there was another side of like, that's me, about being beautiful besides how society looks at you.
You're right. You're right.
I just kept writing and I kept writing. And as far as getting to the stage, you want to know what I was doing for that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, baby. You don't take that. Yes.
Before I was just a mama. I was a mama. I was married. And the walls was closing in. I'm like, this ain't my life. I was like, I'm supposed to be doing something. And my son's father, he told me to throw my poetry away.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Shame on him.
He told me to throw my poetry away. Because, of course, you going through life and you writing about boys. You writing about different relationships. And he found my poetry because I used to always keep it in the book. And he read some of it. And he was like, throw that away. I was like, what?
You made him feel some type of way.
You ain't talking about me.
I was probably like 17 years old, sir. Like, but insecurities have you like that. And so I took the book and I took it to my mom's house. I throw it
had to
away.
get rid of it.
I put it in my mama's
closet.
Put it up
for a while.
And I lost all my writing while I was married. I didn't write anything. And I got married. We got together in 2005. And I look back at the stuff I was writing when I was with him. It was just so sad. I was sad. And it was just blocked. So coming around to like 2010, I turned 30. And I was like, this ain't it. This is not my life. And I told him I wanted a separation. And 2011, DJ Fresh brought Word of Mouth. I don't know if y'all remember that. He had Word of Mouth. And I had started back writing. And everything was opening up. And I told my sister, I said, I'm going to go try. I'm going to sign up for open mic. And I did. And that's why I'm here today. Had it been not for Word of Mouth and DJ Fresh, I wouldn't even be here.
Shots out.
Yes.
I still remember the first poem I heard you perform. I think I was at Martini's.
Wow.
And I'm talking about you rocked it.
Wow.
Well, I ain't never seen no poetry like that.
Wow. Thank you. I try to evolve. And of course, when I hear like people like my influences is like Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Floetry, and Floetry definitely. I was like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to sound like with the flow with it, and so that's how I kept going.
Now, man, you had a question. I'm gonna give you my mic because you don't slid your mic. You ain't got no mic today, but you did have a very interesting question that you wanted to ask her about music since you are in music. So if you don't mind, can you turn around and look at her in the face? And you ain't even on camera. Y'all know he don't like to be on camera. Anything to be off camera, that's Smack Man.
So music is derived from poetry,
Right.
like rapping.
Mm-hmm.
So, how much of musical influence is derived from your poetry?
Oh, a lot of it, like Missy. You know, I like the people like Tribe Called Quest and Far Side and people like that because they was like flow, and it was like poetic.
Mhm.
Tupac, you know, so that's why I love Kendrick Lamar because it's like it's so poetic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's a lot of influence. That's why I gravitated a lot to rap, well, hip hop, because it's different to me.
It
It's a
definitely
difference to
is.
me. So yeah, it's a lot of influence in hip hop within me, and how to I even do it sometimes, like when I write, you know. So I just don't have the courage to do it publicly.
Come on now.
Publicly, yeah.
Come on now. You got that
Yeah.
sexy voice. I think you can make it happen. You could out here, you could switch some men's now. I'm telling you. You got on them mics. I can hear you close in my ears. I was like, ooh, she sounds sexy. No diddy. She sounds very sexy.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna use up all the talk this time, Hurt, because y'all know y'all be telling me.
Already. Who is your favorite poet outside of yourself?
Ooh, that's a hard question because it's a lot of them.
Well,
Nikki
just
Giovanni.
name.
My number one, of course, would be Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
So Nikki Giovanni, Jill Scott,
Mhm.
Emily Dickerson.
That's who you remind me of, Jill Scott.
Yeah,
I couldn't
get
get my argue. That's who you remind me of. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, Natalie from Floetry,
yeah.
Langston Hughes. It's a lot of them because I take different, and they're also different. That's what I love about poetry because nobody's looking for you to be like anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You're individual. You're an individual. You're just like when people rap, they like, okay, what kind of rap? Everybody flowing the same. Everybody doing the same.
You right.
And then you have that one person come out and just do them that set themselves apart. But that's why I love poetry because everybody's different. You got your
Right.
what you call the political poets.
You
You got
right.
your in love poets. You know, so yeah.
What would you consider yourself? You brought it up now. You got because I have been around. I have heard some poetry and all their everything they push out is love, love, love. So what would you call yourself?
You know, the funny thing about it, when I got on the poetry scene, I wanted to be the plus size poet. I wanted to be the poet that when everybody thought about plus size empowerment, a plus size event, a plus size this, I want them to think of Grandè. And that's what I was doing, like pushing empowerment, like I'm this big, beautiful woman. And it was some love stuff and you know, but when I start being booked for the plus size events and start going to them, no. Those are the worst events I've ever done.
Wow.
Teach your son. Why is that so? Why is that so?
The tension and
That's it. You said it.
What's the word I want to use? I guess the competition.
You said it.
And it's like I didn't like it. I'm like, that's not what we're supposed to be doing. That's not we're doing to each other what society has done to us.
You right.
Yeah,
And then you have
build up and not tear down.
Yeah, and most of it is so sexualized. That's why I don't like being called a BBW because everything is so sexualized. And I was just like, this ain't for me. So I did my last like plus size event. I think it was 2017, I want to say, in Atlanta. And I walked around and I sat in there and I did my poem and I said what I had to say. And I told the whole room, I said, y'all doing this, y'all get together every year, award each other, pat each other on the back. But it's babies out here thinking that they have to show their body, do certain things because they're overweight. Where's that message at? This is what I came to do. And that was it for me. I was like, I'm just the poet now.
It is. And as a plus size woman, I am going to say this. Sometimes you feel like you have to show more because you are plus size. You know, society got this view of women, so you have to. And I went through that phase where, baby, you saw my stomach out, you saw me out everywhere I went. I had my stomach out, but I didn't even realize that it was a phase because I felt like I was competing with society.
Yeah, and all you have to do is exist, man. Society change what they want and what their views are every day, and you'll never be enough for these people.
You right.
Just got to be yourself.
You
I
right.
remember in the 90s, everybody was throwing up trying to make themselves skinny. And now
Right.
they taking shots and getting BBLs trying to get thick.
Trying to get be girl, be asking me, girl, give me some of these hips. I be like, girl, you do not. It's like everybody that got it don't. You have the women like me, like it don't matter. Like, and then you have the women that don't have it that want it, and you can tell the difference even with losing weight. You could tell the people like their weight was ahead. I'm like, no, she always been like that. She just didn't have the body to match it. Like when I lost weight, which I done gained, a lot back. I remember somebody asking me, they was like, well, your poems used to write for plus size women. How do you feel about them now? I was like, I feel the same. Like I still want to empower women or whatever. I was like, I wasn't doing that as a propaganda. You know what I'm saying? That's how I really felt. I still love myself. I love myself big, no matter how. I still love my 419. It's not a gimmick. It's a gimmick for a lot of women.
Oh yeah.
Like Lizzo. I used to say this on my Facebook. I said that was a whole gimmick. Lizzo didn't love herself as much as she put out.
Oh no,
she was looking for the world to love her. And when the world didn't, she shut down. But now you finna see Lizzo love herself.
It's a different, yes, it is.
Because she didn't pull back a whole lot.
Yeah, it definitely was and I actually seen a reel that was talking about it today that actually was talking about Lizzo. But when you brought the weight in and losing the weight, I think that for myself as a plus size woman, I felt more insecure when I lost the weight than I did when I was fatter.
Girl, and I get that because when I was going to have the weight loss surgery, I was scared. I was like, man, I ain't finna like myself because I was looking at how everybody else looked at it. And I was like, man, I'm finna look horrible. I was scared of not liking myself. And people didn't get that. They just thought you should be happy if you want to be small. And I'm like, no, I want to still have my curves and stuff. And I look at pictures when I did drop down to like 250. I be like, ooh.
You don't even recognize yourself.
And mind you, I was still big.
You don't even recognize yourself.
I was like, I don't like that. So now I'm just like, girl, if I can get rid of a little stomach and look, I'm good. Little thighs.
Baby, you ain't got to get rid of nothing. I promise you, you're being watched, okay? You're being watched from every platform. You good. I promise you.
Yeah.
So what was the first poem that you performed?
Ooh, okay.
Going deep, ain't you?
Yeah. Actually, a poet by the name of Bernice Venom Brown. Now, this was 2007. Mind you, I'm in a relationship. We hadn't got married then. And she came down, amazing poet. And that was the first time I was ever booked for a show. And she had it at F&W. She was from Atlanta. And I did a poem I called, what is it? Voluptuous. I did a poem called Voluptuous that I wrote. So that was the first poem I ever did, like, on stage. And when I say that was 20, and I was like, I'll never do this again. When I say I was so nervous, I was about to throw up. I was like, I'll never do this again. I was like, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. So fast forward, like I say, when I came back to Fresh, and that night, when I say me and my sister had a picture of margarita,
are you ready?
Like, I need to loosen my nerve. I need to loosen my nerves up. I said, I'm gonna do it this time. And that's when it was time. It was time.
Speaking of getting started and getting prepared for a showcase, what do you do to get your mind straight into Grandè Beauty? What methods do? You meditate? Do you have you a sip? Because I can't drink right now. It hurt my feelings. I'd be talking you to death if I had a sip of this wine next to us. But what do you do for those poets that out there that are trying to start up? What mindset are you putting yourself in?
There's a story there. So I used to, when I first started, when I got with Monster Music, rest in peace, CJ, I was so nervous. Mind you, I told you I had to drink the margarita. So every time I would get ready to perform, I would make myself drink to make myself get ready. And I realized it was a habit. When I went to the studio, I got a cup. I'm like, my nerves or whatever. And I remember I had got booked at CSU. I forgot what it was, I owed a week or something, and I had to do a poem. And I was getting ready to drink, and I remember sitting there, and I said, okay. Because I felt like it was becoming a habit. Like I went like a lush, but I just didn't want to have to be dependent. And I remember sitting in my room, and I was like, God, I said, if you let me go do this show, and I do it without drinking, and my nerves okay, I would never drink to get through a performance.
Go ahead.
And I said, but if I don't get through this performance, I'm gonna drink. That me telling God what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to that performance and went through it. And from then, not now, if I drink, I'm just drinking because I'm just
You're having a good time, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just having a good time. And now I can't drink because I can't remember. I
Yeah.
can't function.
Yeah.
So now I can't drink and perform. So that was one of the things I used to do, but now I just block the world out. Like I won't get on social media for a couple. If I get on there, I'm just posting and getting off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't scroll. I just want to be left alone.
I understand.
Yeah. So that's what I do now. And I probably listen to my poem a couple of times, and I'm just meditating with my candles lit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you jump in it, let's jump over to the hosting world, because I see you are a host. Is this something that go hands in hands with poets? Because I see a lot of poets that are hosts, and they are great hosts. You know, when you get up and you perform for, poet, you were up there for a few minutes and you get back down.
Yeah.
How are you able to keep that energy up the whole time and keep everybody together?
That is you're right. It's so different because you have to keep. The show is pretty much in the palm of your hands.
Mm-hmm.
It can go really bad. It can go really good.
You're right.
And I don't even know how I started hosting. I don't even remember. I'm trying to think. I think Zach. I want to say Zach Lee when he had Jack and Sevens. He was like, you want to have a host poetry night here? And I was like, yeah. So I'm like, dang, who I'm gonna get to host it? And somebody said, why don't you just host it? And I was like, okay. So that was the first time I hosted a show, but that was easy because that was my show, and all I'm pretty much was doing was introducing artists.
Oh yeah.
So when it got to people like, I want you to come host this award show, I want you to, I'm like, I got to carry this. I got to fill in the dead spots and the silence. I can't even explain. I'm gonna explain like this. I don't meet strangers, so when I'm talking to the people, I'm talking like I've been knowing them.
Go ahead.
So that's how I do. I just host like I've been knowing everybody. And believe it or not, the audience give you all your material. When you sit up there just looking in the audience of what's going on, yeah, that's where you get your, and you just talking pretty much. And you wait for your signal to carry on whatever's next.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like that. You gonna make feed into me. They've been trying to push me to host, but I can do it right here. But when I get in front of a whole lot of people I don't know, I shut down. I shut down for all the new hosts out there. I understand where they getting it from, because I shut down. It's like, I don't know y'all people. I'm talking to people because I really am shy in person. When you first meet me, I'm very standoffish. Right. But once I open my mouth, you might have to say hush, girl. Yeah. I'm
like that too. I come in the room and I speak and I'm polite, but I'm going to go sit down and I'm just there.
Same way. I promise you.
If you want, I'll talk if I need to talk. But other than that, I'm really a loner. People don't believe that about me because people look at social media. They see I'm out with people. They see I'm doing, but I'm at home by myself. If people, I have to tell people, they be like, "Your friend?" I be like, "No." I be like, "I'm cordial. I know a lot of people. A lot of people support me. I'm friendly, but I'm alone. I like to be alone a lot."
I feel you.
I feel you. 'Cause I am my best company.
Yeah. I'm by myself. I told somebody the other day, I said, it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. Yeah.
You got us thinking that you were out a whole bunch of people.
No. And I don't even go out like I used to, because I used to, and I stopped last year. I was like, you know what? I'm always out. I'm always supporting people. Anytime somebody call, go here, go there. And I realized I wasn't getting the same thing.
You're right.
So I pull back a whole lot. Now I go when I want to go, or if it's something that I just really want to support somebody with, but I don't feel obligated anymore because nobody feel obligated for me. So
you right.
Yeah. So I'm at home. I told my sisters, it's all an illusion. Like we see these celebrities out, these people don't be around each other every day. They be at home.
Them they be out for a second.
It's photo ops.
Yep. Get that picture and keep moving.
Yep. That's it.
You're very fashionable, and
yes, she is.
I just wanted to say, how was it being a part of one of the biggest fashion shows that hit Columbus, Georgia?
You done stole it from me now.
Matt Couture.
Come on now.
You know what? And it's a test to just being in the right place. I always support people, and I started out just supporting them because I love what they do. So. I think it was 2016. I went to one fashion show and I went out to support. The next thing I know, I think I went up to Atlanta to support another fashion show they had. And then next thing I know, Jessica asked me would I come and do a poem. So I started by doing poems. And I think she had something at the Cynthia Bailey.
Yeah.
I went up there, I performed there. And next thing I know, she asked me would I host. And I was like, see, I'm washing lettuce. I done went from mopping the floor to washing lettuce So yeah, that's how that happened. And I always tell people that I was like, I started out in this audience just supporting somebody, and she was like, you my host. The crazy thing is, and she said that last one, she books the show according to if I'm available or not.
Go ahead now.
Yeah. It's me, 03, and I think it's one other person that she will call and ask us what is our schedules. And whenever all of us are collectively available, that's when she booked the day. If one of us is not available, she moves to another day.
Go ahead now. That's what you call real support. Coming to that support here in the Tri-City area, have you ever had the opportunity to collab with other poets? Because with me pushing into this field of podcasting, I realized there are a lot of poets here, and a lot of people just don't. You don't really know where to go. You know, you hear about the club scenes, but I don't hear enough about the poetry scene.
I haven't collabed with a poet, but as far as the supportive poets, Solo, if you know Solo, he's one of my biggest supporters. Like as far as giving me a platform, if he has a show, booking me, hosting or whatever's going on. So that's that. Everybody kind of dispersed. I don't know how it happened, but because people are always coming to me like, "Where's the open mic? I'm like, we don't have one. It don't hold strong." So yeah, but the funny thing is, I've collabed more with more hip hop artists. Like I've been on Marquise Wineglass stuff. What's the I can't think of his name. It's always been hip hop artists like Grandè. I need you on this. Grandè, I need you on that. And I've done more collabs with hip hop artists.
I think that's crazy. And you're right. There isn't an open mic, you know, for the poetry scene here in Columbus, Georgia. And you don't even know where to go. You know, you want to go find something different. If you get to my age, you don't want to be at them clubs all the time. I want to hear. Yeah, we got band camp rolling up in here, y'all. You ready?
Hello.
You ready to come on in? Hit that commercial for us 1 second, y'all. We're going to bring that jingle back. I'm going to get on y'all nerves with this jingle.
Y'all know what time it is, man. It's Tit4Tat. Yeah. Hey, Freddie Ray, turn on Miss Tureka, let's get it. It's time to tune into Tit4Tat. You know, Tit4Tat. You know,
we also got the brand. Everybody know her, and we
put on for the city. Everybody rockin' with us. We the hottest thing around. We the biggest on. It's Tit4Tat. You know, Tit4Tat. You know, Tit4Tat. They know, Tit4Tat. Yeah, hey, we put on for the city. Everybody rockin' with us. We the hottest thing around. We the biggest on. It's time to tune in for Tit4Tat.
All right, y'all, we're going to take this opportunity. We about to get back in here. But before we do, I want to definitely go in and shout out my entire team. Big shout out to DJ Fred the Great. If y'all don't know, he didn't give y'all the music today. He actually went in and gave it to nobody but the room. Typically, the music will be playing in y'all ears, but I'm sorry, y'all didn't get it today. Big shout out to everybody know her. He pulled up. He been pulling up strong. Big shout out to him. Y'all already know. Everybody know him. He knew Grandè. I thought I would do it so special. He already knew her. Big shout out to Band Count. He done pulled up on us, and y'all get your mic. Don't even try to. We go. I'm gonna be on it today.
He still muted, isn't
He probably still no. He ain't muted. Matt Man already took care of that. And y'all already know Matt Man in the building. He don't like to be seen, but he here. We're going to change that in 2025. You can book my people. I go in 2025 is to figure out a way to give back to the entire Tri-City area. So if you got a profitable event, I'm bringing my people. They don't know about it yet, but I'm bringing my people to help support you. So if you got a profitable event, you doing something for the kids, you doing something for the community, you doing something that's gonna impact Columbus in a positive way. Hit up Tit4Tat. You never know. I offer these people. They already said I be pimping them out. I offer them up for free. Y'all already know we'll be in there with these blouses on. Whole
I
team.
am for sale.
You for sale.
You
Yeah,
can buy
look.
me.
Tit4Tat how you end up cheap, boy. You'll be real cheap now.
Hey.
We gonna jump right back into Grandè Beauty. So I hope y'all is prepared. This is a good show. They got some side conversation going on. DJ ain't even got no mic. I'm glad you got the mic on here, the screen on here, so they know why we pause. Give him the mic. Help him out. Do it go all the way around? I don't think it go all the way around. It has to go through the other way. Yeah, you out of there, DJ. What you supposed to be saying?
I just want to know, how did you hook up with Monster Music?
Oh wow. Back to fresh. So,
Monster Music, come on.
yeah. So when we was let me stop my nerves, my emotions. No, you good. So when Fresh was doing the word of mouth, Monster Music already was an entity. And they would come in and I'd be like, oh man, they so dope. And they had some of the most dopest artists.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, how do I want to, record. I just wanted to record because I knew they had a studio. And I was like, I want to go record something. So Vicky at the time, she was like, well, I'll talk to CJ or whatever. I didn't know CJ was the dude over because anybody knows CJ. CJ just came, he was quiet and he stayed back. So I didn't know CJ was the guy to talk to. I was like, well, I just want to record. Let me know how much. So that went on and Vic was like, well, we moving to a new location or whatever, and I'll let you know. So around the November of, I think, like 2011, and she was like, come meet us at the studio, and they was right up off Macon Road. And I went in there and I talked, and they was like, well, what you want to do or whatever. I said, well, I just want to do my poetry. I want to make an album. I told them what type of flow I want. I said, how much y'all charge me? So both of them was sitting there and they was like, well, we'll go out and talk, So they went and talked and did their thing. I was like, okay. So when they came back, I'm expecting them to be like, okay, well, this how much it is an hour and this how much. So they was like, how would you like to be the first poet to be a part of Monster Music? And I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? So they broke it all down. I was like, yeah. And that's how I became a part of Monster Music. I was the first poet.
You don't meet no
I still
strangers.
remember that cover. I would have hung that on the wall, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Had the little legs crossing. Boy.
We not gonna act like that today, Hurt.
Like that.
Fun fact, I used to babysit Hurt when he was a little boy.
I know that. I said, did you have a crush back then, Hurt? Hurt say he a grown man now.
Oh my God.
Ain't nobody changing you, Hurt, okay? Not in the studio.
Came a long way from them huggies.
Yeah, mercy.
Take the wheel.
I didn't even know he remembered that.
Oh, he ain't. That's the first thing he told. I'm telling you, we thought we did. Actually, the DJ made it 100%. He done said your name before, but the calendar get booked so fast. And this go round, when we saw we were gonna bring in nothing but powerful women, the DJ was the first one to refer. So when we brought you in here, I thought the team don't know that. Baby, Hurt brought that up quick. Oh, she used to change my diapers. I'm like, not the babysitter.
Yeah.
But I think you put your good clothes on today. He done got a haircut and shit.
Hey, it's 2025. What?
Oh my goodness.
Stop it. I told y'all we can't act like this when people come in here. We gotta act like we got some shit.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a fun fact.
Oh yeah, it was definitely fun. I was hoping you weren't gonna bring it up.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, fun fact.
She did not was.
Y'all excuse us for acting out for a second now.
Man.
They in here showing they tail. Go ahead, Bandcamp, because you just slid up in here and I ain't letting you slide. You better have some questions on the back of your backpack or something. But I'm just saying, bring about the backpacks now. Bandcamp is new to the team, so we kind of weaning him into the wine, and y'all already know my people
I
gonna
don't
be
bite Bandcamp.
He didn't bite.
Sometimes I don't. Okay.
See, we
That's a good place to be. Thank
look,
you.
nah, look. Enjoy.
With all those belts that you have, how was it being in the documentary Surviving Sexual Trauma?
Well, ooh, that was a tough poem to write. Because you really had to get in the mind. And if something like that has never happened to you before, that was a rough poem. And it was rough for me to get through it when Antoine had me do it and they had the recording or whatever.
Right.
Because when I wrote it, I need to put that poem back out into the atmosphere. I don't know why I haven't. But I think because it's just so tough. It was one of them. I was like, yeah, sit that over there. But yeah, that
a lot
poem
of
was
people
tough.
go through it, so you should get it out.
Definitely. That was you touched one then, because that's how much I set it down. Like,
Yeah.
That was rough.
He done brought that up now. How do you deal with your emotions when you are telling your story? Because when I tell my story, sometimes I have to pause. But you are on key. How do you deal with your emotion, you being yourself, when you having to tell so much about yourself?
Ooh, I think because I'm just real. It just naturally. I don't know. I don't even have an answer because it just flows out.
I feel naked.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody know too much.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I'm very transparent.
Say that playlist.
But I don't know. It's a, I don't want to say it's a high, but it kind of is. You know, it's a vulnerability that makes you feel human. So I want people to feel like, okay, she's just human. Because sometimes I have to meet people and tell them, like, man, I'm a person. I'm a down to earth country girl. Like, all this, yeah.
Everything is 100% about you. Everything that you write, or do you just find an idea? Do you need that beat first? What gets you in the mood? How you start this process of creating new pieces?
Everything isn't about me, but majority, like if you hear me pretty much talking about something that's feelings, that's me. And let me see, how can it just comes. Whether it come at 3 a.m. or like sometimes I just pop open my eyes and be like, okay, like it just flows. And I think Jill Scott explained it. She was like, you just swim through it. You just swim through the emotions and everything comes to you all at one time. And sometimes, like, as far as the beats, when I told CJ what I wanted when I went to Monster Music, and he found all the perfect beats that fit me. Like, we just was meshing so well. And when I would hear it, I would write. And the funny thing was, it was poems I had already wrote. And I was like, oh, that poem go to that. So I would put the flow to it. And I had to explain, because he was just used to dealing with rappers at that time and artists. So he would get in there and put on the beat like Grandè write. And I was like, that ain't how I go with poets, sir. No. No. I was like, no, because you know all oh my God. 6 and all of them get in there and they'll just start writing. I'm just looking at them. I'm like, this ain't how I do. I'm gonna say this home, I'll be back, okay? But yeah, and then just so happened at that time I was going through my little thing.
Not a
thing. So there was inspiration, you know, even though how dark it was. So that's pretty much how I write. Whatever comes, it can be old feeling, it can be somebody from 10th, 9th grade. I'm like, okay, I feel that right now. Let me write.
Okay.
Somebody think it present.
Hurt, you might be in there, boy. The diaper days, you might got sent out there now.
Yeah, no.
Do you have something for us today? It can be a little snippet for the watchers out there, because we done talked about you so much. Can we get just about 3-4 bars? Or are they called bars? Is it called bars?
You know what? That's what they were saying when I got in the studio. I said, what is bars? I have lines.
Just a few lines.
And then 6 now you be like, Grandè, come here. I need you to do this many bars. And I'm like, what is that? What are you talking about? So I'm just, girl, I had to learn a whole lot. A whole lot. But yes, I can do the poem I'm doing tonight. So yeah.
A Tit4Tat exclusive.
Come on, y'all.
Allow me to introduce myself as I attract attention to my pack, communicating to domestic dogs where smaller mammals lack. Confrontational in my stance, I am Grandè of great significance. I am a romance language, not comparable yet comparable to major. Against me, you should never take a risk, make a stake or wager. Consider one of the most fearsome, a great influential person, or causing fear, dread, and terror when I get near some. Sending a territorial message, I'm beautiful yet full of knowledge. Villains see and respect my image. Your hate is sparked by my success voltage. I sociably cooperate upon my prey. They wonder how I'm so majestic when the world says I shouldn't be this way. Want to banish me to an extinction? Fill my head with this what is supposed to be sexy poison. You never shoot me down with your stereotypes, regardless of your views to many. I'm a magnificent sight. Trust when I say men dream of me every night.
Uh-oh.
It is natural that you should fear. This beautiful plus-size poet is taking over the southern hemisphere. Do not be fooled by lies. I am not insecure about my size. Plenty of men want me because of this great quantity. When women see my confidence, they don't understand, and that is understood. But they begin to remind me of Little Red Riding Hood. They say, Grandè, what big arms you have. Better to wrap around your man, my dear. Oh, yes, I make him smile. They say, Grandè, what big legs you have. Better for a strong man to lift my child. Your ignorance and insecurities provide this wolf dinner. I am not intimidated by those who are thinner. By scales, knowledge, and beauty, I outweigh. This is not a front that I portray. No matter your dismay, I am mated with destiny, breeding daily so that my presence can stay. In the end, I will make these wolves cry, Grandè.
Girl, you just gave me the chills. Dad, you just gave me the chills.
Grandè.
Where did we get that from? What mindset? You know, this is so big now.
You know, I study too. Not only do I just get the pen, because when I write, I want to know what I'm writing about.
Mm-hmm.
So some just told me, like, look at wolves. So it's called the wolf cry Grandè.
Mm-hmm.
So I just Googled and I just studied and I looked at the wolves and how they get in packs and they're domestic dogs, you know. So that's why I say I attract attention to my pack and I communicate to domestic dogs where smaller mammals lack.
Mm.
So yeah, so and you know, I think like how people, you know how people say somebody cried wolf. No, they cry me.
I love it. I love it. You gave me chills. You really gave me chills. How do you make sure that what you're putting out? I understood everything you just said. I've been to poetry event. I be like, huh?
That's them.
Huh?
I call them the milk. I call them the Milky Way poets.
Lord.
Where they be talking about the Milky Way and the hemisphere. You be like,
bring it back
this
to
ain't-
Earth.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Trust me, it's poets that sit there and be like, and let me tell you something. It's some horrible poets, but they're great entertainers.
I seen that too.
Yeah, like they're very entertaining, so they could be off the wall as crap. And then you have some poets, they're saying some real good stuff, but they just sitting there or they reading off something. You like, the words are awesome, but you ain't.
You make me feel it. Yeah,
you're not making me.
Delivery.
Yeah, the delivery is crazy. So it's some poets. So them Milky Way poets. I call
They
them Milky
far
Way.
out.
Yeah, they be talking about
like I'm
Saturn and Venus.
I be feeling slow.
We done heard that a million times.
Yeah,
Please leave the planets alone.
Please leave alone. I be feeling slow when I be listening to some poetry. I know I ain't that slow. They be using all them big words so
It ain't
nobody
just
know.
you, honey. Who,
Okay, I
honey,
thought it was just me.
It ain't.
It's real confused.
Yes,
real
see,
confused.
They don't even know what they be talking about for real.
You have acting under your belt. What's some of the things that you have acted in?
Well, I've mainly done stage plays and monologues. I was just in a play last year called Aunt Sarah's Girls.
Yeah.
And what's my baby name was in there that sang the song. God dog it. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway. Yeah, I can't even think of it. But yeah, I've been in a lot of plays. I love plays, but plays are hard because that's live.
Oh yeah,
You can't
mess up.
you can't mess up. So you got to ad lib. You can't leave no dead air. And when I've done like short films with people, that was, you know, when I saw how things were done behind the scene, like I didn't know if I have to do this scene like 10 times because you got to get me this way, that way, that way, that way, this way. And I'm like, ooh. So as far as I love the stage better because that's one run through, we good. We gone, even though it's more pressure. But that all night, we just did a 10-minute scene for 20 some hours. No.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. What would you say, what had you enjoy the most?
Poetry. I like performing. Yeah, I
like that.
do. Mm-hmm.
When it comes to you have in a lot of your poetry that I have listened to, with the I would hate to say competition with the women. Is there any advice out there you want to give to the plus side women that do feel the same way? You know, no matter what you do, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how pleasant you are, people still see you as less than. And not that you plus side, but you're a black woman.
Yeah.
That's a hat that we can't even open up right now. We'll be here all night.
You know, my saying that I adopted last year and I kill it has nothing to do with you. People project a whole lot because when people look at me, no matter how beautiful I am, they look at me and say, I would not be happy being that big. And that's what a lot of women think when they look like, she couldn't possibly be happy because you wouldn't be happy. I'm okay. You know, I worry about my health or whatever. If I get small or big, I'm just a happy person. But people need things. People need to look a certain way to be happy. So they can't fathom that you don't look like what society say.
You right.
You don't look like what I agree to be society's beauty standard. So you couldn't be happy when I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. And it's a lot of people look at me like, they be like, how's she looking like that? Like they can't, like, you know, I have people walking up to me anywhere I go and they're like, oh my God, you so, like, they don't expect it. Like, I can't believe you pretty and you big.
I feel it. Trust me, I know.
That's how it be to me. Like, they be like, oh.
And I hate that you pretty to be a big girl.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
I don't understand how your face and your poise and all that has to do with you being ugly, because that's ugly to them, you know. So, child, it has nothing to do with you.
It has. I like that.
You know, somebody find when they got the prettiest mug shot in Muskogee County.
Break that up, not her.
I'm sorry, but man, she was so damn fine on that goddamn mug.
You know what?
You ain't going there and start modeling for them, did you?
You know, I just took a picture. I would have, if somebody would have told me my mugshot would have went viral, I would have said, you're a lie. You're a lie. I did not expect. All I was just like, man, everybody finna see my mugshot. I kept checking the Muskogee County. Like, dang, they ain't put it on there yet. And they did it on purpose. Because everybody that was in that, I got arrested Thursday night after leaving the suite. I got out Friday morning. Everybody that was in that cell with me got posted Saturday. Everybody that I seen walking in, getting out, getting bonded out and all that stuff, they posted them Saturday. The people that left with me Friday morning posted. They posted me Monday morning.
Oh, baby.
And not only, and you remember they didn't post me once, they posted me 3 times. They posted me 3 times, repost, and at that point, people were mad. They were like, "Why y'all keep reposting her? Leave her alone, leave her alone." And then it's like, my inbox was blowing up. It was madness for a couple. It was madness for like a month.
You can delete the picture, delete the picture, okay?
I got it.
Lord,
it was a mad. I still got to do my recap for 2024, and I'm putting my mugshot in there. My friend request blowed up. It was it's dudes. Like, when dudes meet me, of course, they be like, what you got arrested for? And I was like, how you know? But they Google me and my mugshot show up. I'm like, the charges don't show up too? I'm like, sir. Yeah. So I didn't expect it. All I did, natural response. The girl counted down. She was like 3, 2, 1. I was like,
not you in there looking good on the mugshot.
And then And I should have known because when I did it, all the workers, they were like, come look at her mug shot. Come look at her mug shot. I was like, yeah.
If y'all don't put that to the bottom of the stack, all that good stuff out there you can see for her. What do you when it comes to now? He done throwed us into the modeling, the beauty part of you, the bringing your beauty into it. Photos. What is your go-to? Do you have a photographer? Cause I already done said I'm handing mine out like candy.
My photographer, the one who did my album cover for a long time, was Gerald Coles. And I don't think Gerald does photography anymore. So after Gerald, I started going to Samika. So Samika Phillips, after him, I was with Samika, and I've recently done something with what's his name? The dark skinned guy.
Which one? There's a lot of them out there. What's his name? Douglas? No.
Delonte.
Okay.
And I work with Delonte because of Jessica. So when Jessica does the fashion show, she does a photo shoot with all the models and the hosts and all that. So that's how I got to work with them. But my go-to was Gerald. Then after Gerald, Samika. So I got to find me a new go-to photographer.
You got your headphone on right now. You can hear this, right? See, the thing about the one thing I love about when you come in my studio, you family. And I really think this is a worthy one. Tit4Tat can sponsor this one. You just, you can reach out to her and set up a date. We'll sponsor this one, right? This our photographer. Okay, so yeah, definitely. We're gonna set that up. What do you got coming next? What's coming next for you?
I'm working on my third book. This year I want to do a live show with the live band. So that's what I've been working on. Getting back out, doing more poetry because
I got a DJ too.
Yeah. See? Yeah. Look. So it was just by what you play something? What you play?
Look.
Okay.
You been got the whole team.
See? So I never did. So when I came in Tuesday, and I was like, okay, and it's so different from a track, of course. So when I got back, I was like, okay, I can do this. And I said I wanted to do a live band show, like a one-woman show.
That'd be nice.
My birthday when I turned 45 in July.
Okay, y'all hear that? We hold people accountable now.
How you thought I was?
30-something.
You look black, don't crack, but you look good.
Unless you smoke it.
I don't know. Some black be a little crackety now.
They been smoking it.
Got a little crease in it.
Yeah, some of them have crease in it. Do you have a skincare routine?
You know what? I use turmeric. So I use turmeric.
We got some of them in there.
I use turmeric and I forgot what's the other thing. You can get off. I just recently started using that and it works. Other than that, I don't know. I guess just
wash my face.
Just wash my face.
These folk have all that other stuff. They be putting all the little oils and stuff.
And they probably don't even need that. Because what people don't realize, a lot of times your skin is just genetics.
You right.
It's genetics. So
either you got it or you don't.
And if you oily or whatever, it is what it is.
It is what it is. How can people find your past, your present, and how can they locate your material?
If you want to find my material, you can go to GrandèBeauty.com. No, poetessgrandèbeauty.com. Or go on any social media platform and hashtag Grandè Beauty. You'll pull me up.
It's coming.
Yeah, because Ariana Grande, them people, they call her Grandè Beauty too. So you'll see a mix of me and her, but it's mainly me because I had to take over my hashtag.
I know. I was
like, why is this little girl here?
She was doing all of that.
I literally have to, like, when the social media platform come out, I have to hurry up and create something because her fans make Grandè Beauty pages for her and put her pictures on it. So, yeah. And that's how because I changed my name when I was with Monster Music because, of course, all of us had changed our name to, like, MM_Grandè Beauty. So I had lost my Grandè Beauty to one of them. And then they finally lit up off of it. But I said, got my Grandè Beauty back. And I lost it on Instagram because they took over. So yeah, that's a little.
That's
name.
how I
was
be.
Like, y'all don't leave my name alone.
That little gal gone somewhere. She all them names out there for her.
Do you have the copywritten?
No, I need to.
That'll stop a whole lot now. They'll be paying you for it.
I need to get a trademark, copywritten or something. Somebody tell me how. Tell me how to do that.
Man, you gonna work with her, right? You gonna work,
Man, you can tell me how to get my name copywritten.
Man gonna work with
Man.
that one thing I can't say. And I'm very proactive. I like to see before July, we need that. I actually say before April, we need that photo shoot out, man. So I don't know if somebody in line, but tell them they gonna have to shut a line, okay?
You know, it's crazy. I get inboxes from people all the time. I want to shoot you, and I'm photo shoots are tiring. I don't see how models do it for fun. I be sweating and give me a fan.
Oh yeah. I feel you, man. You make sure you take that fan right here with you when you go take the pictures, cause we ain't gonna have that problem. They definitely are.
It's tiring as crap.
I tried to tap into it one time, and when I did it, that was the main thing. She had did a makeup, and after 3-4 poses, she was like, "Baby, my makeup is sliding. I'm not the same as I was."
Hot. It's hot. So then they be like, "Bring 3 outfits." Who finna change?
That's a lot. Man, you got 22 minutes to get this done, okay? Don't be out there too long. We can work something. I definitely want to offer my team up to you when you do, because this is something different. A lot of people don't see poetry the way they should. Yeah. Rap music has kind of drowned it out. Yeah. And what are you doing to make sure that it isn't drowned it out?
You know what? Just staying true to the vibe that I have. Because a lot of people say, they be like, "Oh, I don't like poetry," but when I heard you with the track and because they don't hear poets do it to the track. Like, you'll hear a poet do it to the track, but they just spitting. Yeah. Like, I have a flow, I have a chorus, and I have a verse, and I have, I do a whole thing, and they're not, and they be like, "How you just speaking?" But it's so, I'm like, I don't know, but that was my vision, and I made it.
It feels good. I ain't even gonna lie. You gave me the chills. We're gonna run that back. We're gonna turn that into a reel. That gonna be so much. That was something that you don't really expect. You either when you hear it, you don't expect them to be able to drop it just like that right there. I've only seen a few other poets that could actually just drop it just like that. So we are supporting. You have an event coming. I wish we was available tonight, but the way that baby got me set up, I got a nap in me right now. Thank you. I got a nap right now.
Get better. You better.
Wait on me.
Bless y'all hearts. I had one and I was done.
I'm done now. I'm done.
Ooh,
I'm done. I ain't even gonna lie. This shit.
Girl.
I hope the whole Tit4Tat ready. Everybody here babysitting.
And you know what? That's the best thing about it, because you got another kid that's older.
Yes, I got.
See, and that's the best thing. You got help. I had that one. I mean, I had help as far as my mom, but I was a mama.
Yeah,
for real, and you know what I mean when people say a mama, you know what I mean. Like, we hands on, we there.
That's me.
We ain't got babysitters.
That's me.
We do okay, but we up at taking them to school, picking them up, going to PTA. I'm
old school with it. Old school with it.
When you're an old school mama, that's why I say I never do this again.
Yeah, this is.
What advice do y'all have for new school mamas?
Who, honey, don't be a new school mama.
Don't.
Let us old school mamas just finish this on out. Don't be one. I tell women, I tell young women all the time. I tell my sister, she's 37. I be like, don't have no babies. She wants somebody like, don't have no more babies. Don't have no babies. You clear, girl. Don't have no babies. I tell young girls, I mean, don't have one.
Stay at home. That's my advice for them. Stay at home with your children.
Yeah.
Be at the house with. That's my only advice. Because if you at home with them and you paying attention to them, you will see and know a whole lot. That's my advice. Yeah. But it's hard to give advice because every kid is different.
It is, and that's another reason why I say I might not look up again.
Look,
because this one he was easy. He's a good kid.
You don't get but one.
Like a little old man.
You don't get but one.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, no.
God ain't gonna bless you like that too many times. He gotta sit to test you.
Yeah. And he's so good. The family be like, yeah, he can come over. I don't mind him coming over. Now, my brother's children. No.
You said children. That's
children. Yeah. DJ Terrific. Hello, brother.
Don't do him like that now. I'm the same way. And that's what I tell everybody. It's slow down having kids. Sometimes you have so many kids. I see a lot of people have kids back to back. Parenting is beautiful.
Yeah.
But you take away from the kid quality of life.
Yeah.
If you cannot financially support them, you don't have the time. So
And
slow down.
Mentally.
Boy, you'll be crazy.
Yeah. I think that's why he's such a good kid, because I was there. And my work schedule was when I needed what I needed to be, blessing, but I might not look up again.
Baby, I'm telling you.
You get ready to graduate, I'm through.
They try you. Mine is too. I got a 16-year-old and a 21-year-old.
See, but I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you though what I'm jealous of. Them girls that I was looking at middle school with me, like, girl, baby, they through. They children in their late 20s, early 30s. They grandma
hard though.
But they had it at the beginning. I was like, damn, that might not be bad. Y'all 40 years old and y'all done?
Don't do that to us now.
No.
That's gonna be us. We gonna be at our 50, baby, still in school.
Baby, that's why I was like, I'm just getting started. Baby, I was like, man, y'all coming into y'all late 30, early 40s, and y'all is done, girl. I was like, that might not have been a bad ticket. I don't know.
Over with. Now they out here living, and we moms.
We up here going to PTABs and picking up children. I was like, oh, Lord.
That's the advice. Have these babies early. Y'all, we not gonna hold y'all up much longer. Grandè Beauty has something else. My team actually, we pull out a little earlier. The goal is to bring the people in, get these interviews started, pull out as much as we can possible. Do you have anything else you want to tell our listeners, your listeners, before we leave here today?
I just want to say, go for your dreams, and don't. This is what I see a lot of people, especially in this city, when they don't make it big, they don't feel like they're doing anything. Everything that you do in your career is big.
Come on.
I treat this, and I look forward to this like if I was on the late night show.
Come on.
Tamron Hall. Everything is big. People booking you and want to sit there and listen to you, want to know about your life, study you, and want to give you time. This is time. Y'all could be doing anything.
Thank you.
So when they sit up there and feel like they're not doing anything because they're not signed, you're still doing. I'm successful. You're still successful.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So everything is a success. You don't have to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Come on.
Everybody does it. The people that know you. If you can drop a show today and people spend their hard-earned money from Affleck or wherever they work to come see you, that's success.
That's success.
So that's why I want to say, keep going and stop wanting to be Hollywood. Stop thinking don't let people get in your ear to think you got to make whatever big is to them. What is big to you? This is big to me.
This big to us too. You big here is big to us.
This is big to me. I'm doing an interview and gotta get up and go to a show. It's somebody dreaming of that.
Motion.
It's somebody's dreaming of that. It's somebody laying there wishing, like, dang, I want to, man.
Oh yeah.
Everything is big.
Come on. I love it. I love it. Anybody else? Big shout out to my crew. Big shout out to Madman. Shout out to DJ Fred the Great. These people are bookable. You let us know. We still doing motion and promotion. If you got motion, we got promotion. We do 3 to 5 days where we go in and we push. Big shout out to everybody know her. And y'all may not know yet on Tit4Tat, but big shout out to our truly band camp for pulling up, showing up. We'll be back in here tomorrow. We got Buddy Pacino coming in here tomorrow. Yes, it's gonna be a good one. I told y'all this year I'm bringing in, this month is all about the women, because just because Harris didn't win don't mean hey, women are powerful. I'm gonna need y'all. Don't get man, stop the show before I start preaching. See y'all later. We out of here.
Oh, hey.
Y'all know what time it is, man. It's Tit4Tat. Yeah. Hey, Fred Ray, turn on Miss Tureka, let's get it. It's time to tune into Tit4Tat. You know, Tit4Tat. You know,
we also got the everybody know her, and we are.
Hey, what's going on for the city? Everybody rockin' with us.